Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Coaching Hive podcast. As you know, over the past few weeks, we have been working together through some live mentoring calls with Julie. And remember, Julie is just now building her health coaching business from the ground up. She is a solopreneur and she is absolutely rocking it. She has taken this opportunity to build her business and is really focusing on the important things right up front. But as you know, building a business is not just as simple as getting a certificate and posting a few times on social media. So she is really focused on building out her brand while also building a rhythm, building a routine, having some really good action steps that will help her move forward in her business at a steady pace. So this week, as I sit down with Julie, you will hear her share a little bit about her rhythm. It is really coming into place. It is settling in, and she's really hitting her stride. You'll also get to hear us talk about how to create a message for an audience that is engaging, it's inviting, and it's essentially riveting to the point that we want to make sure the audience is captured and ready for whatever she has to offer. In this case, it's a school district. So I hope you enjoy this conversation that I had with Julie. And remember, if you are interested in building your health coaching business, whether it is as a solopreneur like Julie's doing full-time, full-blown entrepreneurship, or if you are interested in building a side business, or perhaps working with a health coaching company, I have the perfect masterclass for you. It is coming up on Thursday, the 24th. So don't delay. You want to make sure you get registered today. And we are going to talk about 5 really important things, 5 secrets that will help you build your successful, profitable health coaching business. You can go to www.coachinghive.com/profitable health coach to register today. The masterclass is completely free, and I hope to see you there. So, with our theme of simplicity, clarity, and vision for 2022 in mind, let's jump in. I'm Dr. Maura, and this is the Coaching Hive podcast. So last week, you had a big to-do list. You had a big task list to tackle, and you wanted to set up your photo shoots, choose a photographer, and then set up the photo shoot, get that booked.
Yes.
For June.
Yes.
You wanted to be consistent on social media. You were going to maybe look at reels and hashtags. Yes. And you wrote your school district letter.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so tell me about the photo shoot stuff. Is that all squared away?
It is squared away. So I picked the photographer. We picked June. We're supposed to connect back in May once he gets back from Dubai to schedule like the actual date, but it'll be mid to late June. It'll for sure be after June 7th. Because I was giving myself 12 to 13 weeks to prep. Mm-hmm. So the photographer's picked. The date is June. Mm-hmm. And then I picked the makeup and hair person and contacted her, and she's on board for June as well. They work together, so they know each other's how it works. Yeah. So that's done. And then I asked for a pre-shoot meeting just to kind of get
great
clothing concepts and, hair and makeup so that everybody's just prepared. And I don't feel like I'm walking in trying to figure out what looks we're wanting.
Right. It doesn't feel big and scary the day of. It's, okay, we're doing this. And right. We're get started.
Yeah. We're executing at that point. So that is done and checked off the list for now. Okay. The letter is written and sent that to you on Friday. So I got that done by the end of the week. And I was consistent on social media last week between both my business. I kind of looked at just social media in general. So I did post on my business page, and I also started building my personal Instagram brand page, so that once I start being able to submit my portfolio, then that's more of a brand page and not like my personal family page. So I've posted on that. I did some stories on there as well. I did my highlight buttons, created those. So those are done on there. I posted this morning on there a story. So I'm kind of using it, kind of just showing it's kind of like a lifestyle thing. So not just all photos and stuff like that, but more of me and my personality and what we're doing and traveling and all the things that I enjoy. So I think I want to show personality and not just like photos. I've researched a lot of the pages of people that do lifestyle and fitness photo shoots, and it is a lot about their life and not just their photos. So I did that. I did research all the hashtags, and so I have 2 lists made of hashtags that I will start using. I started using them last week some, but it's going to depend on really what the post is, right? So I have some hashtags that will work. Like if I'm using a photo, then I have hashtags for that. If it's, food that I'm posting, then I have certain hashtags for that. If it's like so I have a bunch of hashtags and I have them in groups according to what the subject of the post is.
Okay.
So I did that, and I watched several reels just to kind of get a feel of what they are. And I'm going to probably have to come out of my comfort zone a little bit to make these happen. I did start following the 2 ladies that you recommended.
Okay.
And the one, remind me of their name, the one who has the long hair, like it's like a brownish
Jasmine
blonde.
Star.
Yes. Like her reels are really funny, but man, I'm going to have to come out of my comfort zone to do anything like that.
So I've got reels planned for this week. Some of them are so silly and some of them are more educational. So you can kind of get a feel. You don't have to it doesn't have to be super fancy. Jasmine is a photographer by nature. Like that is her industry.
Okay.
So of course she's going to feel more comfortable doing interesting things with a camera. Right.
Right.
She was one of the top wedding photographers in the world.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but she's also all about breaking it down and kind of being where you need to be. So if the first ones are just you talking and sharing something fun, that's it. If your first reel is you're going skiing, right?
Yes.
Someone needs to stand at the bottom and grab a video of you coming down.
Okay.
And post something like that with a neat little caption of exercise can be fun, or, something just catchy of something that aligns with your lifestyle brand.
Okay.
And so it doesn't have to be a big deal. It can be something like you coming down like that last few feet of the mountain, right? Someone standing there with your phone and getting it. And
that's where I'm going to have to start thinking like outside of the box a lot on that, because that's not how I'm geared right now. Yeah. And it's also going to be incorporating my husband and my daughter, because they also have phones. And so I think some of the candid moments are some of the best posts, or like when I'm doing different things. And so I'm going to have to incorporate them and say, hey, I just need your help. So when I'm doing things, or if you think this would be great for social media, just capture it, so that I don't always feel like I'm the subject of videoing right now. Does that make sense? Right.
Oh yeah. So it's not hey, can you grab this? It's them just noticing that it's something that looks fun, or it appears to be on brand for you. And that's where having a conversation with them and kind of all getting on the same page is really important. That was one of the things that really helped me, was sitting down with my family, and our children are similarly aged. So probably within a couple of months of each other. And so sitting down and sharing, what are we doing? How can you help me? That's something that we aren't always good about when we're building a business, is actually asking for specific help.
Right.
So sitting down and saying, this is what I'm trying to do, and here's what I need from you. Are you willing?
Okay.
It's just like support
Grace,
systems with our health coach clients, right? We
Right.
encourage them to go out and tell their support systems exactly what they want and need. Same deal.
Right. Right. And Grace is always like, she sends me reels of things that or YouTube videos. Like, she sent me, it's a really cool video that this girl did. I need to send it to you.
Okay.
And Grace saw it. She was like, oh, mommy, this would be great. So she sent that to me. And then this morning she sent me like a plank challenge thing that she saw. So she could absolutely, like, if we're in the grocery store and I'm reading like labels, just her grab that and be like, oh, this is my mom doing what she,
doing what she does.
Yeah, doing what she does. So I think that is where, to your point, we do ask our clients to get a support system and communicate what their goals are, and what they want to achieve. And that's where I'm going to have to do that, because I feel super weird going, oh, hey, Keith, hey, be sure and get a picture of me doing this. Or, hey, look how cute I am in this. Or, that's just really odd to me. And I want it to be more organic and more authentic in nature. So I think that's where that's going to have to go.
Yep, absolutely. But those are the moments that you want to look for. Even like on a ski lift, if you're swinging your feet at all, grabbing that and just enjoying life. It's those little moments that, don't have your phone out all the time. That's horrible, right? We don't want our phones out all the time, but they can come out for a few seconds here and there, because remember, a reel is really short.
Yes. And so does it have to be a video, or can it be a photo?
So it does need to, it could be a photo that like you would do in Canva and set it for a certain number of seconds and make it into a video.
Okay.
You could do a collage of photos. Like, so they are like almost like a carousel, but it's automated because it's a video. So
can you build that in Canva? Can you build
Absolutely.
Photo? Okay. Because yes. I did purchase like the Canva Pro. Mm-hmm. So I have access to all of that. So I can go in and do like photos into a reel in Canva.
Yep. Okay. And then download that video, and then you'll use the reels in Instagram. You'll go in and it will say, choose something off your photo roll, and you can or you can record right in reels. But I always do it. I pull it from my photo roll, my camera roll. Okay. And then you just upload it.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. So so all the things that I had on my list last week, I did do, and I did accomplish, plus extra.
Great.
So last week
did a lot.
Last week was a great week for my rhythm, and I worked out every day. I did all my daily things that I had showed you last week. Yes. So I worked out every day. I went to my trainer 3 times last week. I drank my water. I readied myself every day, because that's
excellent.
That's been important. There was one day that I did not. It was kind of it was like I didn't have to do carpool, and I didn't have any meetings. And so I was like, I'm just going to just kind of hang out, just stay I wasn't in my PJs, but I was kind of just in loungewear. Yep. And I was really out of rhythm, and I wasn't in a funk, but I just didn't have my juju. Yep. So I realized that day after I told Keith came in and was like, hey, how was your day? And I was like, well, it was kind of blah. I mean, I did stuff, but I just kind of felt blah. And so when I was kind of reflecting at the end of the day, and then the next morning, I was like, hey, today's much better. What did I do? What's different today that I didn't do yesterday? And I got up and I put my makeup on, and I still had my active wear on because I was going to go work out, and I ran, but I got up and put my makeup on, and I did something with my hair, and it just my rhythm was much better. So that's going to be important that I do that every day.
That's a really big thing to notice this early on. Like you're already realizing that for you, hair and makeup, even if you're wearing your active wear, like I have nicer yoga pants and I have my kind of really, really old yoga pants.
Yes.
I only wear the really old ones on the weekend, but I'll wear the nice ones during the week. And I still put do my hair and my makeup, because otherwise it's like, oh, this is an invitation to lay around and not do much, or I'm not productive. Even if I'm sitting at my desk, I'm not productive.
Well, and I feel at one point I was like, this is really wasteful. I'm putting on makeup and I'm hanging out at home all day or whatever. But it really is going to be something. It makes me feel better and it makes me feel put together. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, hey, I never know when a client may reach out to me, or if I've got to run to the grocery store, or I'm going to run here. I just want to like represent myself in the best way possible. And I feel much better when I'm ready.
Yeah. And as you get better at incorporating these random ideas for your social media, just recording things, even if they're not being used for a few weeks, it will be easier if your hair and makeup is done than saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Like I had a client, I had a mentoring call with someone, and right after, like we had talked about something, and right after I realized it was the perfect reel. And so I grabbed my raincoat, and you may have seen that reel. I grabbed my raincoat and recorded that reel just a little while later, instead of having to wait or redo my hair or whatever it is. It just allows for those moments to happen right away. And they're so much easier in the moment than pushing it off to a different day.
Yes. And that's what I noticed about Jasmine Star. Like she's really put her reel put together, but she is like, she's ready and she's present. And so, yes, to your point, like I never know when it's going to be a moment. Like it's great to capture it, and I need to be ready for that moment.
She also batches like a queen. She does a ton of reels all at once. Like they'll have a reels day and they spend hours.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. So she does try and get ready, but there are plenty of times I've been on calls with her, no hair, no makeup. So she has down days where she's not put together and she doesn't have to be as productive.
Right.
So looking for those opportunities too is a good thing.
Okay. So what else? I can't remember. I don't have my list in front of me, but I had written in extra to my list last week. So I had to do all the things to get ready for the trip this week. And so there was quite a few extra things added that I even got done, but rhythm last week was really good.
You're hitting your stride.
I hope so. I mean, this week it's going to be, I did my intentions this morning. And so Keith and Grace are skiing Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we're using Thursday as a family day. So while they're skiing, I'm going to read and do some of my studying and get out and do some exploring. And like I packed my workout bag. So I'm going to do kind of a fun little post about, hey, even when you travel, you can, like, there are small things that you can take and, travel with while you're whatever. So that's what I have planned for Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm still going to try to stay in a rhythm.
Okay. But a flexible rhythm.
Yes.
Which is, the name of the game.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So anything other than the school district letter that you feel we need to touch on today?
No, that's probably it.
Okay.
That was the big one for last week. And I sat down several times to write it. And I thought I just wasn't, first of all, writing is a challenge for me because it's not something that I do naturally.
Okay.
And so it took me until Friday morning or Friday afternoon, I think. And I was like, okay, I think I've got it. And I went in there and sat down, and I just kind of got it all out, and I felt pretty good about it.
Okay.
And it covered what I wanted to cover. And I felt like I was addressing like a need that they have and how I could help them with that need. But it came to me, I think Friday at probably noon on how I wanted to do that. So.
Okay. All right. So I had a chance to read over it and it looks really good. One thing that comes to mind for me, and it's probably top of mind because I've had to deal with this recently. You know what they need, right? You know what these
Yes.
school districts need. You know what these teachers need, but what do they really want? What do these teachers want? Think about the last 2 years. Think about the fact that they are teaching in a pandemic. So they are policing masks. They are policing spacing between kids. They are managing heightened anxiety in children, probably depression, in and outs of classrooms. I mean, half your class might be gone one day because
Right.
they've been told to stay home, while all still having to teach, and they still do state testing. So they still
Yes.
have to meet benchmarks, all of this.
Yes.
So what do the teachers really, what do they really want?
Simplicity probably is one thing.
Okay.
Um,
How are they feeling right now?
I was about to say probably how to deal with stress and all of the balls that they have to keep in the air.
I love that phrase. Okay, so they need to know how to deal with the stress effectively, keeping all of these balls in the air and still be the teacher, the parent, the spouse, the partner, and not just some blob on the floor at the end of the day, right?
Right.
So I think right now, school districts are acutely aware of the shortages. Throughout the country, teachers are leaving their jobs, and it's not because they're retirement age.
Right. Oh, for sure.
So there's tons of shortages. School districts are acutely aware of the burnout, of the stress, of the overwhelm, of the fact that they have teachers in puddles on the floor at the end of the day.
Yes.
That normally wouldn't be. And I think what was kind of missing from the letter is that acknowledgement that they're in a really hard time right now. This is not an ordinary professional development set of stuff that they're trying to plan. They are trying to support these burned out, stressed out, overwhelmed teachers and staff.
Okay.
Because it's not just the teachers, right? It's the staff too. They're having to clean the bathrooms
Yes.
differently. They're having to wipe down everything more often or differently, or, oh my gosh, someone sneezed. I have to go spray that really quickly. It's a whole different ballgame for our staff, for the people who work the front office, from the custodians, the lunch people. Everyone is impacted.
Okay.
So I think that's what's missing in the story is you need to address what they actually want right now. And it's a way to keep their teachers.
Okay.
And if they can offer to their teachers your services in a way that simplifies the teacher's life, whether it is easy breakfast or simple lunches that they can pack without having to worry, or it's how do I shop in a store where sometimes shelves are still bare?
Okay.
Things like that. Any kind of stress that you can pull off of that teacher or staff, that educator, someone in the school district with your professional development opportunity, that's one more teacher they might keep.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
You and I know what they need, but we have to address, what does the school district really want right now? And it's to keep their teachers and their staff.
Okay. So it's really about supporting them. So it's really showing them that they understand them and where they are, and we're here to support you and provide you with services to support you.
Yes.
So maybe in those first two, I don't have it in front of me right now, but those first two sentences I have, so maybe I could rework those first two questions
Mhm.
to where it addressed this
Yes.
versus them just looking for professional development, right?
Yes.
Because I think I did like the next sentence, it does say that it's about,
Here, I can
Simplif-
share it.
I was gonna say, I've got it right here in my backpack, I think. I just have to pull it
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Um,
So you've
I
got
wasn't-
looking for ideas for your next professional development day, or maybe a fun workshop for your staff to help them live a healthier, happier life. I think those first two sentences in ordinary times would be great. Right now, I think we've got to pull on that pain point.
Okay.
Because otherwise they're going to say this is another professional development opportunity. I'm going to put it over in the pile.
Okay.
We want to grab them and say, no, I've got you. I know what's going on. I understand the pressure you're under to keep your staff and teachers.
Okay. Okay. Because then I think then I could keep the rep. Like I introduce myself, and some of these I'm going to know some of these people already.
Yeah.
So I could leave that, and then my company focus on empowering women and families to discover the joy of designing a healthy, vibrant lifestyle. I mean, as far as all of that, do you think that is okay, or I need to adjust some of that and add in there?
Go ahead.
And add in there, because I have as one of my pillars is the like providing simplicity.
I think you've got to incorporate simplicity.
Okay.
Because they are overworked, underpaid, if we're talking US teachers, right? US educators and staff. They're underpaid, they're overworked, underpaid, overstressed right now. Simplicity is key.
Okay.
You might talk about affordability. We've got gas prices rising. We've got food prices rising. So addressing the fact that you're not going to say, go out there and buy all of the $8,000 organic products out, no, you don't have to do that. You can eat healthy foods on a budget, right? So really thinking about what's happening, because you're going to send these letters out really quickly. The gas prices aren't going away. The food price increase is not going away in the immediate future.
Right.
So touch on those kinds of things where, pull in that it's affordable, that it's simple.
Okay.
Even something like removing some of the weight from your teacher's day. And there's a little bit of fun in there because weight, of course, means two different things there.
Right. Okay.
But I think the rest of what you have is good. I think it's just really making sure that you grab their attention right from the very start, showing that you get what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, because I think the workshops, all three of those still support those changes.
Yep.
And then if they have a topic, I wanted them to know, like, if these three don't fall within something you want to focus on, then we can definitely create one for you as well. So, okay. So I can work on updating that this week.
Now, the one last thing of that, at the end, you say, thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Yes.
What's going to happen?
Well, I have to follow back up with them. Yeah.
So I would maybe not say I look forward to hearing from you, but put flat out in there, I will follow up with you. I know your time is valuable. I will follow up with you on, and based on when you send it out, give them like a week or a week and a half, and put that date in there and follow up with them.
Okay.
Because what you're doing is you're taking the onus off them to reach out to you. You're saying, I gotcha. I'll take care of it. I'll reach out. And you could even say, is there a good phone number or is an email better? And that invites an immediate response. You're also building trust, because if you then follow up, like you say you will, on the day you said you would, they know that you're trustworthy. That if they book you, you're going to show up. You're going to do what you said you would do.
Okay.
So it's an opportunity, especially for the people that you don't know yet, to prove to them, to offer that first little nugget of I'm trustworthy, I'm responsible, by following up on the day you say.
Okay. I like that. Okay. I can work on this week and have it
Okay.
ready to go next Monday when everybody gets back from spring break.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels good.
Okay.
It's a big weight lifted off my shoulders. Like, it's been sitting on my list for a couple of weeks, and I just have, and so it was just like, it's got to get done. It has to be, it has to be done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, no, that'll work. That's something I can definitely work on.
Okay. I do think that you'll have a more powerful response by touching on those pain points.
Okay.
We have so many right now. It's not a normal time. And you've got to acknowledge that. It shows that you're also going to be aware in your workshops, right? It shows a lot of levels by doing that.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. All right. My goodness, Julie, you are on a roll here. So this week is a little bit different because you are on vacation with your family. You are taking that time. You're going to do a little bit of work. You're going to weave some in your downtime so that you keep a little bit of that rhythm. You are going to think a little bit more about those fun opportunities that might be just a quick little video, a quick little reel. And what's your plan? Are you going to still stay consistent with social media while you're away?
Yes, definitely. I've already done, like, I did a story post this morning on my Instagram, my branding page. Okay. And then I need to do a Make It Happen Monday post on my business page. So yes, I'm going to still stay consistent with that. And I'll have fun. I'll have a great place. I can grab different content. I mean, there's going to be snow, there's going to be mountains. I could do a post about, even working out in the mountains, or if you're not skiing, what you can do. Like, I brought my jump rope and, being able to still do cardio. So jump rope and jumping jacks in a Tabata time. So I have different type of things that I can post about this week. So yes, definitely still taking advantage of that.
Okay. You're going to study for your upcoming exam. You are going to revise your school district letter.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what do you feel like is next? Is that enough? Or you have just been trying to plow through things. So I don't want to hold you back, but I also want to recognize that this is family time and there's a balance in business, right? We have to be able to say, yeah, this week's lighter. I can't do as much. I want to be with my family and take that time. So what do you think works for you?
Yes, that's going to be enough for this week, because when goes to skiing is when I'm going to do some of my things, and that's only 2 days that they're going to be doing that. And then we are it is family time. So Keith took vacation and we're going to do things together and enjoy the time and enjoy spring break. And so that's all I want on my plate this week, because I feel as far as time wise, that's a healthy management of a balance between what I want, spend time with my family once they're back to the cabin.
Absolutely. Good. I'm glad that's what you said. I would have supported you either way, but we all need time to rest and reset and to reconnect without that pressure of business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the plan for this week.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. I feel like we're in a great spot, and you have your list of things to do. You're going to stay consistent with social media, get this school district letter revised so that it's ready to go out when you go home, when everyone's back from spring break. You've got that photo shoot booked, so it's kind of back of mind, but you've got your stuff to work out so that you can continue preparing for that in a meaningful way. And,
Yes.
you're going to be flexible with yourself this week and just really enjoy that family time.
I am. I'm still going to do like my daily things of, working out and drinking my water. I've, prepared for all of that. I brought my protein powder. I still do, eat healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still a focus. I still want to try to eat healthy, but also enjoy, going to dinner. We're going to dinner 2 nights this week. So just being able to have a really good balance.
Okay. You've got a plan. You're all set.
I do. I'm set.
All right. Since you are on your way to vacation, I think that's about it. What do you think?
I think so for this week. Yes, I've got it all taken care of. And then I'll be back with a vengeance next Monday with a new full list of things to work on. So
perfect. It sounds great. Well, Julie, I hope you enjoy your time with your family and enjoy that time outside, whatever it looks like, and taking some fun pictures of snow and mountains and just being in your cabin and relaxing a little bit, taking that time to reset and take care of yourself. Okay.
Yep. That's the plan.
All right. All right. So Julie is really recognizing the importance of having balance. It's not just about the daily rhythm, is it? It's about recognizing those moments when you say the to-do list is long enough and I'm going to take a step back, enjoy my time with my family, and then I'll come back refreshed and ready to go. So this week, I want your action item to be around this concept of balance. Now, as we all know, there are seasons in life. Sometimes you are going all out at 100 miles per hour. It seems like you don't have a moment to breathe. And then there are times where it's a big lull. The importance is not necessarily to find a balance every single day, but to find a balance overall, because you want to make sure that you have that energy in your tank to be able to manage the times where you have to go all out to get this big course completed, or you want to launch this new product or service to your clients, and you have to do a lot, and it's a lot in probably a shorter amount of time. So you need to have energy in your tank to do that. What I'd like you to do this week for your action item is to explore opportunities to have a lull in your time where you can invest in your own self-care. What does that look like for you? Is it game time with your family? Is it hiking? Is it skiing? Is it walking on the beach? Is it getting a massage? Is it cleaning out the cabinet? For me, I like to clean the oven. Gives me lots of good thought time. Is it something else? So your action item for this week is to figure out how you can build in more lulls to your day, to your week, to your month, or to your quarter, knowing that a balance on the daily may not happen because life has its ups and downs. We have this ebb and flow, just like the ocean tide comes in and goes back out. We have that pull and push, that ebb and flow. Our life is the same way. There's nothing wrong with that. But you do have to find the moments where you can have a lull and then really making the most of it. You heard Julie talk about the fact that she has a little bit of time built in to do a few action items for her week, but then she's going to live in the lull. She's going to enjoy time with family. She's going to go to dinner. She's going to enjoy the things she likes to do in the mountains, in the cabin, and not worry about having that big, long to-do list for her business. So find time in the lull this week. Now, if you're listening to this series and you're wondering how you can get more plugged in with a mentor, I'd like to invite you once more to join my upcoming masterclass on March 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern. It is just 2 days away if you are listening to this on the day it is being released. So head over to www.coachinghive.com/profitable health coach to register for your seat in the masterclass. Like I said, we are going to talk about the secret to attracting more clients, the number one mistake that health coaches make that can bring things to a grinding halt, and how to jumpstart your business as a visionary health coach. You are going to leave this masterclass with action items and a feeling of confidence and focus. This is completely free. It's a free masterclass, and I'd love to have you join me on the 24th. Like I said, go to coachinghive.com/profitable health coach. Now, if you found this episode helpful, I would really love for you to leave a review. Share what your aha moment was, and then be sure to tag me on Instagram at Coaching Hive to let me know what was most helpful. Share that screenshot of you listening to the podcast, post it in your stories, post it on your feed, post it as a reel, and tag me, letting me know how this conversation with Julie today helped you think about your business in a different way. I look forward to seeing you back here next week for another episode of the Coaching Hive podcast, where a focus on mentoring and community removes the overwhelm of building your successful coaching business and adds in a dose of momentum. Until next time, have a healthy, safe, and happy week.